people. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. It seems as if Flippa Mafia has remixed Shatters, the part in which when they got deported, Biggs, and they came back to America, them say, guess who's back? Flippa Mafia is saying, yes, I am back on the block. He is saying that him come back, the return of Flippa, like he's never left. And people, the truth and the fact is that he left for a little vay or staycation, fedcation or statecation, in other words. He got 20-something and he did almost 10. No sorts of question about that. I am not going to even question the controversy of what happened as it pertains to him and the case or cases. I am going to speak about what would you do. What would most Jamaicans do if they were in Flippa's predicaments? If them left from Jamaica, how long? If they do not feel as if they could live in Jamaica again because them used to the fast lifestyle, them used to the fast money. What would the average Jamaican do? What has the average gangster, even the ones that we call dons, when they go to court, whenever them catch any sorts of case? And people, I am not going to say that is the case as it pertains to Flippa, but me now I'm going to say it is not. That is not what this video is about. This is about the facts that exist as it pertains to most Jamaicans whenever they get in any sorts of trouble. If them now want come back to Jamaica, whether them claim say, listen, if me come back, people are going to take me out, so therefore I am filing for some sorts of asylum. People, like me say, I am going to base my information based on the fact that I have many family working in the system in America, whether at the feds or the states. Based on information, based on conversations that I have had, it is said that most persons are now assisting, working with the feds. Most persons have decided that, listen, I am going to do whatever I need to do to stay in America by any means necessary, whatever that means. People, you can read between the lines. So in other words, based on conversations that I've had with persons that are directly in the system, deal with criminal elements, deal with cases on a day-to-day basis for decades, they told me that, listen, these persons are now cooperating. These people know so them have family, meaning kids, meaning children that are attending school. That was probably a baby when them get locked up. Them people in a junior high or even high school right now, them decide, say, listen, me already do a whole bunch of time behind those prison walls, missing my family, especially my kids. I am going to do exactly what I have to do to make sure that at least me get some sorts of quality time with those kids who are close to being adolescents right now. People, let me know in the comment section, do you blame anybody that do that? Is it out of the ordinary or is it the norm? Are people now actually flipping? I am not saying that Flippa Mafia flip. I am not saying that he did or he didn't. You make that judgment in the comment section. However, what would you do? What do you think most Jamaicans have done? Based on the answers that I got, based on conversation, 90% of them are even more. If them get the opportunity, If them get the chance, them are going to talk, them are going to save thine self. They are going to save whatever little time that them have to stay in America, whatever it takes. That is exactly what they are going to do. So pretty much, Flippa Mafia did some sorts of live. This live was for about 14 to 15 minutes, or the parts that I saw. And pretty much, in my brag say, listen, he is back. He is now promoting shows. He is now being an artist or carrying on his artistic. So people, again, if somebody did something negative and then they come out and they are doing something positive, is there something wrong with that? Do you see anything wrong with that? What is your opinion on the whole issue as it pertains to Flippa Mafia? Do you think that he is cooperating, he has been cooperating, or do you think under the circumstance he did the best thing? Let me know what you think in the comment section. People, at the end of the day, there is no more gangsters, there is no more dons, there is no more stand-up person, there is no more street ethic that exists. As a matter of fact, most of the people that you see succeeding in the business, meaning illicit business right now, they are talking, they are a part of the system. As a matter of fact, the likely possibility of you doing any sorts of crime, especially smuggling in America and getting away with it, people, I am not saying that there is not any sorts of isolated incident. Me just attack in regular. Me just attack the general consensus of exactly what is going on out there. Most of the people, them, they have flipped. So Flippa Mafia, he is back out. Remember, I did a couple of videos and I said that he came out. He was supposed to go to the halfway house. However, he decided that he was going to violate on people. He got an additional 3 to 6 months. So therefore, he is officially out right now. I guess he is probably on paper on some sorts of probation. He might have to pay back some sorts of money. People, me don't know the details. So pretty much in this live, he was at his sister's restaurant that is located in Pennsylvania. And he had a whole bunch of friends around him. He had a song by Vybz Kartel. It seems as if he have some sorts of song with Ding Dong. He says that he is going to pursue his artist dream. He is now promoting. He had his friends around him. People, the facts are these. If are your friends are going to back you, defend you, whether you are wrong or right in most cases. Sometimes these friends, them are some sorts of yes man, them are some sorts of dependents. So therefore, whatever Flippa Mafia says, that is exactly what they are going to go with. So therefore, you are going to have mixed feelings as it pertains to Flippa and his situation. If you're an hardcore criminal, hardcore gangster, you are going to frown on it. If you are the average person, you are going to look at it as Flippa doing exactly what he has to do to save himself and remain free in the free world. People, let me know what you think in the comment section. Further on in the news, it is called surprise, surprise, surprise. Well, not really, the opposites. We see that at least 6 MPs were exposed by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment, illegal enrichment. That means that the money that they make, their salary, it does not equate or equal to their assets. That means some sorts of funny mathematics are going, them are thief or they are involved, entrenched in some sorts of corruption. Not only was it 6 MPs, it was also 28 others or more officials. People, are you surprised? Should you ever be surprised when you hear anything as it pertains to the government of Jamaica, as it pertains to MPs, as it pertains to politicians? Do you realize that back in the days when you used to watch some sorts of movie, in some sorts of African nation, Rwanda or places like those. And you see these dictators, these president, these prime minister, pretty much robbing the people blind, exploiting the country for its riches, its assets. That country is now Jamaica. That country has been Jamaica. However, with social media and information age, these MPs, these prime ministers, they are being exposed. Don't you realize that the same system that implement bodies such as INDECOM, such as Integrity Commission, such as Jamaicans for Justice, they are the same people that fight it the most, because the same people that they put up to monitor and make sure persons are doing the right thing, these people are getting the most fight from these corrupted officials. As it pertains to INDECOM, corrupted Popo don't like them, and I understand that there's been many cases in which INDECOM intervene. As it pertains to Jamaicans for Justice, the same thing whenever there's any sorts of extrajudicial killing by the Popo or soldier. Don't you realize whenever these people come out and talk, them get a bashing? A lot of Jamaicans even side on the corruption because it seems as if Jamaicans think that this is the norm. Don't you realize as it pertains to the Integrity Commission, it is as if they have some bark, however, they have little bite. Don't you realize there was some sort of controversy as it pertains to Andrew Holness? That case was swept under the rug. That case, or their finding, said that they did not see anything wrong. They said that the statute of limitation, or if they should push a case, it would not make sense because that case happened so long ago. People, don't you realize Jamaica is a corrupted nation? Don't you realize that the DPP, the commissioner, Fitzbailey, and all of the relevant authority, they are like puppets on a string as it pertains to the Prime Minister, as it pertains to politicians. These politicians, these MPs, they will never see a day in court. The most that you will get is allegations and accusation. So therefore, even on this latest one, as it pertains to these MP getting all sorts of illegal enrichment, there is nothing going to happen. It will never, or they will never see a day in court. The most that they will get is a slap on the wrist. If that much, more than likely it is going to be a 9-day talk. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, people, do you know that if you and I left from Jamaica, went to any other country, whether it is UK, whether it is Canada, or even Wasara, America, and we did any sorts of fraud, we defrauded that country, we defrauded their citizens. If we are not a citizen, more than likely we'll be sent back to our country from whence we came. However, we see that for decades, the people from the infrastructure place, they are allowed to come to Jamaica, sell all sorts of fake, fraudulent, bootleg stuff. However, it continues. If them get a slap on the wrist, they got a whole lot. I am going to show you a video with these people making all sorts of AC unit. And you know the way how times hot right now, people are buying these left, right, and center. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece. Now people, the sad thing is that when these people are selling these knockoffs, these fraudulent AC units, it is not as if they are selling it for way cheaper than what the original goes for. They are pretty much selling it for the same price or just a little below. So therefore you are spending a whole bunch of money for a whole bunch of trash. Nothing that is good, nothing that is going to last. After a month or two, it start malfunction, and then by the time you take it back, them are going to tell you, say, you have no sorts of warranty. And then you go back and you buy a next one, and have the same problem. Repeat, fraudery. And it is not as bad as what we see going on in Jamaica. These people are not only selling fraudulent AC units, stove, whatever the thing is. They are also selling fraudulent medication. Stuff that you're going to ingest, put in your system. As a matter of fact, they did some sorts of survey for some sorts of medication. When them check, there was no sorts of medical component in it. The only thing that was in it is different elements of cancerous property. So people, just imagine when you buy some sorts of Fensic and you think that you're going to get better, you only get worse. You only get KILLED. These people are allowed to do this continuously with only a slap on the wrist or some sorts of fine. So therefore, when they do the risk analysis, them realize that, listen, even if them catch we and we pay a couple millions of dollars, we are making hundreds or billions of dollars. So therefore, the pros and the cons. Them sister, them pennywise, however, they are not pound foolish. But we should not be surprised that they are selling fake fraudulent stuff, because our own government, our own politician, relevant authority, it is all about the money. They are a set of sellout. So therefore, if them can grease them palm or grease them pocket, they will sell you out. It does not matter if you end up DEAD. It is all about their own personal gratification, making money, point blank and period. So anyways people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.